All right, in this video, we're going to figure out how we solve for equilibrium when we've got a minimum legal price. So let's imagine we started with a situation where we had a couple equations for supply and demand. Let's imagine we had quantity demanded equals 100 minus 2p, and quantity supplied equals 10 plus p. If we graph that, that's going to look something like this. I'm not being careful with this curve. I'm just putting it in here. Here's supply. Here's demand. Obviously, equilibrium occurs where supply equals demand. Now, if we want to solve this, before we put in a minimum legal price, if we want to solve this, all we would do here is we would set quantity demand equals to quantity supplied, set the two things equal to one another, solve for price, and then solve for quantity. If you do that and do all the algebra out there, you end up getting price equals 30 and quantity equals 40. So this point here is at 30, this point here is at 40. So now let's put in a minimum legal price, a price that you can't sell the good below this price. We're going to make that price above 30, so it's going to be a binding minimum price. So let's have this minimum price equal to 40. Okay. Graphically, what this looks like is this. So here's our price of 40. And graphically, what this looks like, at a price of 40, the number of people who are willing to demand the good at that price is here. It's lower, while the number of people who are willing to supply the good at that price is here. And this difference between what is supplied and what's demanded is either known as excess supply or it's known as a surplus. So that's what that looks like graphically. How can we solve it algebraically? Actually, it's pretty easy. What we do is we take this minimum price of 40 and we're going to plug it in individually into both the demand curve and the supply curve to see what we get. So let's see what happens. So quantity demanded is equal to 100 minus 2 times 40, which is equal to 100 minus 80, which is equal to 20. So the demand at a price of 40 is going to be down here at 20. So only 20 people or 20 units are going to be demanded at a price of 40. Quantity supplied at this price is equal to 10 plus price equal to 40. 10 plus 40 equals 50. So that's here. Last piece we're interested in here is how big that surplus is, or how much excess supply do we have. Well, all we do there is we simply take our supply minus our demand. 50 minus 20 equals 30, and that is equal to our surplus. So not bad. Again, graphically, and that's how we do it algebraically.